Right, and we should be live now. Yeah, we didn't wake up for the early one. These past 2-3 days, I've been waking up in the 5 o'clock hour. I wake up, I look at my phone, I think fucking hell, it's like 10 past 5, half past 5, and then I doze off again and wake up about 9 or 10 o'clock. And when I do wake up, I always feel fucking knackered, like more knackered than before. You know, let's see if we can progress. And fingers crossed I can get it done today. But then I did look on YouTube to have a look at this Yeti skateboarding, and I looked at the comment section, and all you got is complaints of how hard it is, and people gave up and are like complaining about the controls, all the things that I moaned about the skateboarding. They were saying the same thing, and how horrible it is to control. So it's not just me. I'm not insane or mad for thinking these things. Please come on for Splatoon. When I watch people play Splatoon, I think, oh yeah, I want to get in here. But then when I come back to reality and realise, no, don't. Yeah. Just
Spyro,
setting yourself
Sparks.
up for anger.
I've located another lost egg. If Sparks is up to it, he can try to rescue it from Spider Town.
Got to remember the controls, right? We can strafe, shoot, special. Charge. Open the door. There's a key here. What does this key do? What? Key here. we got a key. To go in there. Whoa! Can't get some help. I know there's somebody left behind it. Oh, I thought I'd actually shoot its head or something. I wasn't even looking at health of the spider. I was looking at my health. 2 down. Yeah, and I didn't know that I could, to open these Sparks levels, you only had to beat the boss of that area, then come back, and then you could have done it. When every time I saw the sign, it said come back later, so I thought later for all of them. But I didn't know if I went back to that very first one after the first boss, I would have got it, because each one of those Sparks levels gives you a perk for the in-game. So every time I was struggling to find gems or making Spyro touch the gem, each one of these levels has a perk. One of them makes Sparks pick up the gems from a larger radius. One of them gives you an extra hit point, so you don't. If you get, instead of 3 hits, you're dead. It's 4, and the other one locates where gems are. They really, I didn't know that.
I wouldn't want to go back in there with all those creepy spiders. But if Sparks wants to check out Spider Town again...
It's on here. But did it tell me? Did it tell me what it does? This is something you'd do for the PS4, because there's no achievements or trophies. What am I getting out of that? Napping. It's so hot in here. I've got the fan on as well. We're going back into heat wave. I forgot to put my window open. There's the sunlight. There were Sparks level here.
Princess Amy showed me a place called Starfish Reef. She said there's an egg hidden in there. I think Sparks should check it out.
They could have made a whole game for Sparks. Like during the PS1, what handheld was out then? Must have been what, Game Boy Color going into Game Boy Advance. Like when they started putting Spyro on the Game Boy Advance or DS, they should have gave Sparks his own game. Like this, but more in depth. You know, like what they did with Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker. I need to unlock that door. What did we get from this? So what about this back area? Like, we can't go back. What's that? This back to the beginning now. Still some. What am I missing?
When I saw that giant stingray, I thought you were a goner, Sparks. But you sure showed him. And now the magic from the egg has made you even stronger, allowing you to take one more hit for Spyro.
There you go, one more hit. So instead of 3 hits and dead, it's 4. Now how much would I have needed that? Like, how many times have I been in that situation? One more hit. Basically cheats, isn't it? Cheating. We've got one more Sparks level to do, and that should bring us to 15,000 to allow us to open that door. Where are we at now? 97%. So this will bring us to 149 eggs and maybe 100%. I don't know.
Just before you kicked the sorceress's big, fat, ugly butt, she built a factory to make robotic bugs. They're meant to bite Sparks, but I don't think they're any match for him.
Charging. Do this. What? What? It. All of them. Double check these rooms. I didn't leave any gems. We're at 146. To get some help. We've got all the gems, so it's just the next room must be like the final boss, like the final bit. Fucking hell! Jesus Christ! I kept letting go of the strafing thing. At one point, I thought all of those things on the outside were going to jump in. I'm not going to lie, that was giving me some grief. I thought, oh, alright, we're stuck here now. That's how my mind goes. When I fail the first time, I die. If I die a second time, my mind automatically starts thinking, right, you're stuck. You're not going to get past this, and that's why my brain starts getting angry, and I think, right, I've hit a brick wall, and then I start shouting and hurling abuse at the game. That's just, can't help it. That's how I am. Right, thanks. Yeah. Super bonus. They didn't tell me what the perk was. What's going on here? I know we got a race with the Yetis and everything else. I don't know what else. Another whole area here.
Hey, you finally made it, Spyro. Hunter was a little worried about you when you went off to fight the sorceress, but I always knew you'd beat her. This place is where the sorceress kept all her treasure, but after she was defeated, a bunch of thieves came and stole it. If you can catch the thieves, you're more than welcome to keep the treasure. Oh, by the way, Hunter is around here somewhere. He's been tinkering with one of his new toys all day, and he wants to show it off. You should go see him.
Oh, that's a lot of treasure he's got there. So where did we come out from? Where did we start? I don't know, I just started running around. Right here. Right, so we came out of there. A lot of treasure. So where did we chase him? Around here. Then we went across here. Just looking if there's anything I missed. There's another thief there. How many thieves are there? One over there. Right, so we need 17,000. It's 16,000 for that door. It wants us to just get the thief first. was the last one? Look, 18,500. $20,000 there. I'm just getting myself ready for this fucking Yeti. Where I don't know where it is. Probably in here.
Hi, Spyro. Did you see Bianca? She was really worried about you when you went off to fight the sorceress. It was pretty funny. She tries to play it cool, but she was scared stiff until you came back safe. I just finished fixing up an old submarine. Why don't you try taking it for a spin? Want to take my sub for a spin? Great! Hop aboard!
And a lot of playthroughs of this on YouTube. I've set it for kids. They've set it for kids. Easy enough. Oh. We're at now 17,000. Right, this is it. Oh my god.
Check it out.
We want to go around and get the gems
This is
first.
the world's fastest turbo snowboard course. The local champions are the Sasquatch 6, a gang of Yetis on souped-up snow discs. I bet that you could outrace the lot of them. If you win, we'll get a huge pile of treasure. If you lose, I'll have to slick down the whole course with my tongue. So, ready to race? Ride on!
How do we get up there? That's it, yeah. Oh shit! I didn't know there was a gap there. I was too busy looking for the gems as well. Like. Got that gem there. I don't know how many gems there are. It should give me a count of how many there are in this section. Down there. This course is pretty long as well. Whoa. I see what people mean now. This just looks tricky. I think I've got all the gems though, unless there's one. The controlling is garbage.
Okay.
Down here. Little gems up there. Still trying to learn the course as well. Excuse me? What the fuck was that? You land and sometimes just go all lopsided. In the gap there. That's my life in a fucking nutshell right there. We're not gonna win it. We're miles away now.
I think my tongue. Okay.
It's not that bad. I'm just too busy like thinking about overthinking it. Why did it do that? Seconds, how do we get the first place? We've done the exact same thing. Jumped thinking I'm gonna get the feed. The game just fucks you over. Like when you land, I just don't know if it's gonna make me go wonky. Oh, that wasn't that hard, so whatever. Don't listen to the internet.
Molasses-eating, lead pants wearing cross-eyed glacier trolls riding slabs of plywood with sandpaper on the bottom.
Actually, got that as well. But there's still gems up the top there. We've got all those as well. I go around the track, trying to build up my boots, and then we'll try and get the get that high bit. I know there's gems up there. Game, like, the controls are dog shit. Like it feels so wonky. It, right? No, there's still more here. Yeah, it's not as hard as people make it out to be, really. Just keep an eye on when you're doing this. Don't do no more than 2. I reckon you got kids trying to get like multiple ones, and then they end up doing that. So just when you go off the ramp, try and just go for 2, or 2 or 1. Look, then stop like that. Where are we going next? We've done that one. Just flying. He wants me to. I just saw one over here. We've got all the gems here. Where are we at now? 117%. Woo, a secret egg. I see. So yeah, it weren't as bad as the people made it out to be. I probably would have had an easier time if I'd done the Sparks levels as I went, because then I would have been picking up the treasure more smoothly. I would have had an extra hitbox. That's another boss fight.
She did it, Spyro, but the sorceress must have survived that last battle. She's been waiting here all this time, saving up her magic to destroy you. Your best chance at defeating her is my flying saucer. I've cast some spells to give it extra firepower and unlimited flying time. But the rest is up to you. You've come this far, Spyro. I know you can beat her.
What the fuck, dude? I know you can beat her. I know. We'll make you just plummet down. Now, Jesus Christ! I went to go up, and it went down. At first, I was seeing if I can strafe with the L and R. Fucking hell! I'm not sure if we was one hit kill. Yin Yang. I'll turn around and fart in its face. That's revenge. Right, we'll let the credits roll for this one because this is the end of the game and it's the end of the trilogy. It's the same credits on all 3 games. Yeah, the game, I still had my gripes with the game. The game still has issues. Like, some sections the controls are horrible and some sections the camera messes you up. It's not as hard as they made it out to be on the internet. Like if you Google hardest level in Spyro 3, you go into a Reddit page, you've got people saying what parts they think's hardest, and when seeing that made me panic, thinking, right, that makes me think, oh, I can't do it. But all of the ones that they say was difficult, we got it first try. That Yeti race wasn't too bad. We got that the second attempt. The first time we won't count it because we were getting the gems, and then we got it on the next attempt. But then we failed. I was at second, so I kept plummeting down, and then the next attempt we got it. So it wasn't as hard as they made it out to be. But I've got to remember they're probably like casuals or like younger players that don't play games like me. For someone that don't play games as much as me, like they just casually have a go, or maybe they're really young and playing it, maybe I can see why they're struggling. But for me, experience, EXP in these thumbs. It's a shame. I should have done it on the PS4. Because I would have got the achievements, trophies. Which I don't know why Nintendo haven't caught up and got on board with that. Nintendo fan base, they want less. They don't want to keep up with the Joneses with the other consoles. Yeah, what we playing next, boys? I feel like playing a shooting game, like I said to Pure Chaos yesterday. I feel like playing Call of Duty 4, the Modern Warfare, but on the remastered. I still haven't played that. Did they remaster Modern Warfare 2 as well, or no? They should remaster World at War. That's my favourite campaign. I'm scared to play that game because when I did a playthrough of it before on my other channel, it got removed. Part 1 got removed. It said inappropriate content, and I appealed it and it got rejected. And it's the same, and that same exact content exists on YouTube by millions and millions of YouTubers that have done playthroughs of that game. So I don't know what sparked that to get me that. I thought it was something in the cutscenes, because there is a bit of gruesome in the cutscene of someone being executed. But then again, my reply to that is, why is everyone else's content of that same thing existing on YouTube but mine isn't? It's shit how YouTube works now. Everything's run by robots, bots that can make mistakes. That's why I keep a lot of my playthroughs hidden on a separate account, set to private. So if anything did go wrong, I know there's safe there. But then again, if something happened to YouTube and then suddenly everyone's content was wiped out, people would be so upset. It's like devastating. All your content, all my playthroughs gone. I don't have Call of Duty 4. I don't even have it on the Xbox 360. I remember years ago you could get it for so cheap on in CX, like £2-3 for Call of Duty 4. I don't know how much it is now. And Call of Duty 2 was always like a tenner. And I did do a playthrough on here on my other channel, Call of Duty 2. I bought it, but mine was missing the manual. These credits are long, aren't they? Imagine sitting through this 3 times. In fact, 6 times, because you go through the credits and then you go and do the extra bits in each of the games, don't you? I still need to do The Last of Us 2 on Grounded. I've done it on normal and New Game Plus normal, but I haven't done Grounded. I remember getting the disc out, putting it back in the PS4. I was at the title screen and I ended up backing out and playing something else. I don't know what I played. And that game's strange. Like that, what people that are playing that now, like for the first time, they're not the hardcore fans. Like, so when they understand about Joel. When what happens with Joel in that game, you always get those people that say, "Oh yeah, I understand why she did it. Oh, I understand why Abby did it because he killed her dad and all that." But I'm thinking it's not real. That the story could go out anything. The story and the behaviour of all these characters is down to the writer. The writer can make them do whatever they want. So the writer decided, right, this guy is going to be killed off. Where he could have gone any way. The pen is his oyster. He could make. It says no. I don't know. It says people accept that them kill Joel off. That's like Nintendo think, right, we're gonna go and kill off Luigi. It's like he was the main piece of the game, like of the first game, like. And then people start bringing up, what they would have done. I would have done the same thing. But then they forget that Ellie is a human being as well. She has a dad as well. Like they're killing someone's daughter there, aren't they? Just for the possibility of a vaccine. But like I said, it's the right could do whatever they want. Like, so he chose to make it go out like that. So I myself wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have killed off Joel. I would have kept them both going as a team. Now that was the whole point, isn't it? The Last of Us. It was Joel and Ellie. That's what everyone was waiting for years and years and years. They wanted more. They wanted more of the first game. They wanted to go further with them two. But they got all political in the story. Like you had like all the the transgenders, and you had the gays in there, and then you had it was all if you go on Twitch and type in The Last of Us, you'd always have LGBTQ in the tags of them sort of people playing the game, so they love it. It caters to them, fine, but to a standard person, there's nothing in the game in there that appeals to that, to a straight person. Everything in that game is anti-normal, anti-straight person. They killed off the man. They killed off the main character, and they made a masculine woman the main structure of the game, and everything was structured around gay, Ellie, trans, Lev, and then you had the masculine of Abby, and then you had the revenge. Everyone else that's a straight man got killed off. On Abby's side, who got killed off there? Manny, the sniper. Normal, Owen, and the woman. Anyone that was in that game that was considered normal, like an average person, it got bumped off. Who else got killed off? The girl that lost her arm. You know what I mean? 3 people there that got killed off, and they were like, in today's generation or today's society, cis. And I don't like that word. That's what they call me. If you're a straight person, you're called cis. That sounds like a pimple. If I wrote The Last of Us Part 2, I would have bumped off Tommy and made Ellie and Joel go after Abby that way. Another person in The Last of Us that's considered normal that got killed off. The Asian guy. I can't remember his name. Is it Jay? Jay or Joe? The one that got shot in the face. Again, all the normal people got killed off. I think who else? Another person normal got killed off. Lev's mum. Everyone that caters to the LGBTQ, whatever it is. All your people stayed alive, so you love it. That's why they love it. That's why they're saying it's a masterpiece. Because their people stayed, not only survived, they fulfilled whatever they went out to do. Like Lev got acceptance of what he is. That's why he shaved his head, isn't it? And then when you see him at the end of the game, he's wearing like boys' clothes, like the t-shirt. Abby survived. Who else was normal that got killed off? The leader of the wolf. He got killed off. Another one, the dog. The dog. I don't want to say too much. I'll probably end up touching a nerve of someone. But I haven't said nothing negative. I'm just saying that that's the game caters to them people. The people angry that Joel got killed off were normal people. They have more of a connection to the first game than anyone else. Most people that are playing it now, like Why are you playing it now? Like if you was like a hardcore fan of The Last of Us, you played that game day one. We waited what 5, 7 years, 5, 6, 7 years for that game, and then it's someone to decide, right, no, I'm gonna wait next year and play it. Like playing it now, it's been over a year now. It's come out. Yeah, I would have bumped off Tommy and then kept Joel and Ellie alive, or maybe if Joel had to die, maybe he died at the end of the game. You didn't even get to play as Joel much. You got to play as him in the beginning, riding the horse, and after that, nothing. And you had one tiny little moment of Joel and Ellie in the hotel in the flashback. That weren't good enough, was it? That was like short. That was the gameplay everyone wanted. They wanted more of that. They could have had Tommy get killed off, and then Joel and Ellie go through doing it the same thing. The game could have played out exactly the same. And when they did flashbacks, they could have done flashbacks going back to when Joel and Tommy were surviving. You know at the beginning of the first game, he said, "Oh, I at the end of the last game, he said, oh, I struggled a long time with surviving," and then you had that 20-year gap between Sarah getting killed and then the start of the game when you start moving as Joel. Like they could have flashed back to moments in there, like between there, or maybe more of Joel and Tess, like learn a bit more about Tess or Robert, or what was going on in between, during those 20 years. But instead they killed off the main guy. They made him to, not only that, they made him out to be the bad guy. Oh, yeah, I understand why they killed him off. It's obvious. Anyone would have done the same, wouldn't it? Oh, well, you killed my dad, didn't it? But like I said, it's the writer chose for. He's like, it's not real, but. Oh, he killed my dad, but then if he didn't kill him, then he would have killed Ellie. So then, who's at a loss here? Someone has to be at a loss. But then again, they didn't have to sacrifice Ellie for the vaccine, and then no one would have been at a loss. You just continue on where you are, because even then they haven't got a vaccine, and people's civilization was still advancing or heading back to normal a bit, like electricity and stuff like that. But I don't know why I'm bloody ranting about The Last of Us 2 in the credits of Spyro. You get over it though. I got over it the second playthrough, but on the second time around, I just got over it and just accepted it for what it is. That the game is still good, but you've got to ignore that Joel bit. If you start the game from after where Ellie and Dina's going off, you can just pretend that Joel's bit didn't happen. That's probably a bit better. Or when it comes to Joel being killed off, just skip the cinematic, because it's fucking shit. Oh, we go. Look, thank you for playing. All the Spruno fans, the developers, the people that messed up the controls and the camera. Where are you? I guess that's it. That was what? An hour and 20 minutes? Hour and 19 minutes? 150 eggs, 20,000 gems, 117%. That's maximum. That's maximum, isn't it? There's nothing more we can do here. And that took us nearly 14 hours. So on YouTube or Google, it says that this game can take about 9 hours to beat. So we overclocked it a bit. So we're nearly 14 hours, and plus this is my first time playing it as well. So yeah. Peace. I'm gonna shut the stream off and decide what to play next. I might start it today or whatever. So yeah.